Sports Snippets, Dennis Sullivan here. It is Sunday, the 18th of December. Want to take a few moments and discuss the Miami Dolphins 32-29 loss that took place Saturday night on the road against the Buffalo Bills. Before I get started, if you do like the content of this particular video, you know what to do. Go right ahead, hit that thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well to my channel. That would be 100% awesome. So let's get started, guys. I want to begin by touching on the coaching staff, some of the effect of coaching on this game for the Miami Dolphins. Something I haven't really talked about at all, really, throughout the regular season. I've just kind of left that topic alone, let it sort of run its course. There was a really good thing that I saw, and then there was a really concerning thing that I saw in Saturday night's game for the Dolphins. The really good part of what I saw on Saturday night was that this team was prepared to play. I don't think we can argue that. The team was prepared to play this game. Maybe even more importantly, this team came out in the second half ready to go and producing a lot, and would actually score 16 unanswered points to take a 29-21 lead. And then, of course, the Josh Allen heroics would kick into high gear. And unfortunately, next thing you know, it's 29-27, and they go for two, do the Bills. They get the conversion, which was very close. They review it. The ball barely touches the plane, the beginning of the line of the end zone, which technically, yes, that counts. That is a 2-point conversion. Now we're tied 22-22. Bills drive down the end of the game and kick a chip shot field goal to win the game 32-29. So the positive, going back to that real quick, yeah, the Dolphins, I mean, maybe from like a motivation standpoint, this team was ready to go. The part that, I have some problems with, and it's been on and off this year, it's come up though in the past, it really has in past games, is some of the situational decisions, mainly with play calling. Before it was, we're passing up field goals, going on fourth down. Then we had the fourth, and I think it was 2 that we went for, 4th and 1, 4th and 2 from our own 18 against the Niners. But this was the theme Saturday night, where I have to now get a little critical, is some of the play calling on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and short. Yeah, I mean, if you want to throw, there's nothing wrong with throwing it, but I mean, not every, but what appeared to be almost every time, especially when you're running the ball fantastic in this game between Raheem Mostert, Salvin Ahmed. They're somewhere heading towards 8 yards a carry on average. Mostert ripped 136 yards on the ground, 17 carries. Ahmed had a couple of nice runs, 43 yards on only 6 carries, and a touchdown run. You combine those two players for the Dolphins, you're at like 179 yards rushing on 23 carries. I mean, is that productive enough for you? Yet, I mean, that little screen or whatever it was to, I believe it was Durham Smythe on like 3rd and 1. No, that lost 2 yards. None of you running the ball. You are succeeding in this game running the football. Why are we doing these kind of helter-skelter, could go either way, swing passes in the flat passes to tight ends? I don't get it. And that wasn't Durham Smythe's fault at all. He had no chance on that one. It was the play calling is what it was. Tua added 7 yards on the ground. Alec Ingold had a carry for 2 yards. So the running game was nice. I mean, you're heading towards almost 190 yards. You're right around 188 on the ground. I mean, that's fantastic. Tua had a slow start. Let's talk a little bit more now about the individual players. performances for both teams. Tua had a slow start, but he bounced back pretty good. And actually, I got to give him a thumbs up. I thought he hung in there. I thought he made some big plays. He made some big throws. Didn't turn it over. Had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Finished 17 of 30 after the slow start, 234 yards. They held Tyreek Hill in check, 9 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown. Waddle came up big, some big catches. He had the 67-yard touchdown. He had 114 yards on only 3 receptions and a touchdown. Cedric Wilson had that really nice 21-yard reception. Mostert out of the backfield had a 20-yard reception. Ingold out of the backfield, 7-yard reception. Mike Gesicki, a catch for 5 yards, and then the Durham Smythe play that didn't go anywhere, and he lost 2 yards and had finished with that 1 catch. Dolphins aren't really throwing to the tight ends anymore. Really not sure what that's all about. They're really not throwing much to the running backs either, although the few plays that went to the running backs in terms of Mostert and Ingold succeeded. I mean, they worked fine. So that's maybe another question mark. Why are we not throwing to our running backs maybe a little more often like Buffalo does? And I'll tell you what, one of the knocks I'll hear every now and then on Buffalo is, they don't have a running back or they don't have a feature back. Devin Singletary, a lot of teams would like to have him. He didn't really necessarily credit to the Dolphins. They did a pretty good job on him on the running backs, not on Josh Allen, who ran for 77 yards on only 10 carries. But Singletary held in check, 13 carries, 42 yards. But he can hurt you receiving. He had 28 additional yards receiving the football on 3 catches. James Cook had a nice average of about 7 yards a carry, only 5 carries, but he had 34 yards. Stephon Diggs lost 3 yards on a carry. Dawson Knox came up big for the Bills. He seems to come up big against the Dolphins. Historically speaking, 98 yards, 6 catches, and a touchdown. Diggs, we did a good job. Dolphins did a pretty good job on Diggs. 5 catches, 60 yards. Gabriel Davis, 56 yards, 4 catches. They spread it around pretty well. Then other than Singletary, you had Isaiah McKenzie, 2 catches, 24 yards. Quentin Morris had a 14-yard touchdown reception. Naheem Hines had a 10-yard touchdown reception. Cole Beasley had a catch for 9 yards, and Cook out of the backfield, 5 yards receiving on 2 catches. He did have a touchdown reception. Josh Allen was the story here, guys. That was an incredible performance. I mean, 304 yards throwing the football, 77 yards rushing the football for almost 400 total yards. He throws for 4 touchdowns. Does not get intercepted. Dolphins played for the most part pretty well on Saturday night, especially in that third quarter. I was proud of them. I was proud of my team in the third quarter. I really was. They came out there and then started snowing in the second half for the effect. But Dolphins now are 8-6, 0-3 in December. Guys, we got to get this win. Next game is Christmas Day, Sunday the 25th. Believe that's a 1 p.m. start, I believe. I don't think they're going to move that into prime time or anything. Maybe they will. Who knows? But I believe that is scheduled for 1 p.m. Eastern against the Green Bay Packers. You know it's going to be tough, especially if Green Bay wins Monday night. Now they have like a glimmer of hope to get into the playoffs. That will only make things a little more difficult for the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins can beat the Packers at home, but anything, of course, is possible. That would have been a great win for the Dolphins. I don't understand, guys. You're running the football successfully, and it's 3rd and short. Why are we throwing the football time and time again? I just don't get it. I mean, and we did a good job with, like, if you factor in Tua and Ingold's carries, it's 25 carries. So it's not like we weren't running the football throughout the game. But when you need those yards, especially 3rd and 1, I mean, come on. I know, okay, Buffalo's got a pretty good defense. I'll give them credit. But we were again, I'm going to say it one more time, then we're going to close out this video. We're running the football successfully throughout this game. Mostert is having like a career game. He played fantastic. Sometimes I just don't know, guys. I just don't know. But nice job in that third quarter. Nice job by Tua, staying tough, staying strong, and playing pretty good. I mean, he hit, as I said, he hit a couple of plays there that almost led the Dolphins to victory, but made a difference in the game in a positive way. So let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. We'll talk again soon. Dolphins, Packers, Christmas Day. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.